a lot of people ask me like, why do DIY around the house, right? Because, why not just work on a Saturday? And sometimes I really just like not to work on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Like you're probably the same.
Yeah.
So yes, I could work a 6-day week and then have people come in and, fix stuff around the house and, make sure my garden looks tidy and things like that. And if you were just to think about it from a pure financial sense, then yeah, that's what you should do. You should maximize the hours you work. But actually, Sam, I need more than that. I need variety in my life. Like I need to be able to know how to fix my toilet when it breaks, not because it makes any financial sense for me to fix my own toilet, but it's just another thing that I can do, and I can still be, I can still be effective, like as in I can still do work at the weekends, but it's on something else, which is another part of my life. So I think, that you have to, setting boundaries. I saw something on LinkedIn about, I think it was yesterday, about you should have a start and an end like event to your day if you work from home, if you work remotely, like having those boundaries, like a separate room and a start and an end time, like you're at an office, but you do that. And I think sometimes, and I think at that point, just to bring it back to the original point, I think I was blurring those lines of what was my personal time versus what was billable time.
I've thought about this a lot. So I'm in the office here. It's a spare room in the house. There's nothing in this room that is the house apart from the dog bed. Everything else is what I do. But I still go downstairs in an evening with the laptop.
So the way that I get around this now is I actually rent an office.
Right.
I've completely moved out of. I do have a spare room that is technically my office at home, but except for today, because I'm having this chat with you, I don't ever work here. I have to. I did about. I can't remember how long I ended up doing. It's either 6 or 9 months I did at home, and after that point, I couldn't do it anymore. Not because of the fact of isolation or not talking to people. I had plenty of people to talk to. Like I was talking to my clients every day. I think for me, it's just having those boundaries. Like it is a waste. It's less efficient to travel to an office 100%, right? Because I go into the centre of Bournemouth. That's where my office is. But it's something about that journey that just puts me into work mode. I can, as I walk out the door, I shut the door and I'm then going to work and I'm like in work mode. And then when I come home, I shut the door and then, until my daughter goes to bed, I'm in, I'm trying not to think about work. I'm trying not to think about, the pull requests that I've got to do tomorrow, and the work that I've got to do tomorrow. Because it's all planned out, because you could go, what I'll do is I'll do that pull request tonight. That'll save me an hour in the morning. And then I'll wake up at 10. Do you know what I mean? Or I'll start work at 10. And that's really good when you need to do that, right? Like you've got an appointment or you've got a delivery or, you want to be at an event for somebody. That's really good to have that flexibility. But I think, for me anyway, I have to have that defined schedule of work. Otherwise it would just be turned into, working, 24 hours a day. And a big thing that I've put in place for me is I don't code in the evenings anymore. Like I can have my laptop but no code. Okay. So that's my one. I don't have many rules, but that's one of my rules is that I don't code in the evenings unless it's an emergency, obviously, and I've got to get something out the door. But those don't really happen that often anymore. But what I'll do is I'll do other things. Like I might want to sort out like all the other fluff that comes with freelancing.
There's a lot of fluff that you have to deal with.
All the other stuff, what I mean? Like all the, because it is, these things take time. If you want to create a social account and brand it and do all of those things, or work on your own website, if you go to optimize.co.uk now, there's absolutely nothing there because it's not really a priority for me at the moment. Like I don't really need it, but it's like things like that I would work on in the evening, and working on like copy for that website and testing things on that front. All of the I set myself like a little goal each evening to get something done, but nothing too big in effect, because I know that battle, that's for sure, because I'm not really one. I do like watching TV, but I feel bad if I've watched too much TV, right? Like if I just watch Netflix all night, I'm just...
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel productive,
no.
right? So no. I have to do something.
No. I like the idea of putting boundaries on either side of the day.
Yeah,
that does sound sensible.
Yeah, it can be like a bit, and I do break those boundaries. Do you know what I mean? All the time when I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not super strict about them, but I just try and it's trying to get that balance as much as possible, because there is this temptation to do more than what you should.
Yeah,